Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and today we're talking my top 15 skincare picks at Ulta. So last week I shared with you my 15 picks at Sephora, and today I'm covering Ulta, which is probably the store that I shop at the most, especially because their reward system is so good. So if you're ready to dive into these picks, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So just a quick heads up, I'm not going to cover any of my fave picks from CeraVe, Cetaphil, Avène, La Roche-Posay, or even The Ordinary. Although I do buy those brands at Ulta, I also buy those brands at a lot of other places too. They are pretty general and widely available, and I really wanted to narrow my focus for these 15 picks at Ulta to Ulta-specific brands, things that you aren't finding in a lot of other places, or you're only finding at Ulta. So first up, Peach and Lily Rescue Party Barrier Restore Serum. Ooh, I fell in love with this earlier this year. This is such a beautiful barrier strengthening and repairing serum. It has a really nice focus on ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids. There's some beautiful ectoin in here, which truly is the trending ingredient of 2024. I feel like all the new releases are saying, ooh, we have ectoin in it, which is really great. Antioxidant that is particularly helpful for dehydrated skin because it really helps your skin retain hydration long term. So it's actually a really great pair with all these barrier restoring ingredients, right? Because when your barrier is impaired, when it's weak, it's damaged, you are more prone to losing hydration through that weakened moisture barrier. Your skin is going to be more dehydrated. So not only do we have those major factors, those lipids that contribute to strengthening the barrier, but we also have some ingredients that kind of help right here in the moment to keep your skin more hydrated and comfortable and really resist that tight and dry feeling deep within your skin. So I just think it's a really smart formula overall. It has a beautiful texture. While it is creamy, there is a really good amount of hydration to it, and it's light. Cosrx Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. Oh yeah, I did want to cover this product, although I do talk a lot about K-Beauty, and there's so many places online that you can get your K-Beauty products from. I do love that Ulta has a pretty nice selection of K-Beauty brands, including Cosrx. It's very hydrating. It has this gel-like consistency that does definitely plump up your skin, especially if you are lacking hydration in your skin. Something like this is really going to make your skin feel firm and bouncy and juicy and moist, right? But it also has this like balancing effect to it as well that feels really, really nice. It makes your skin really firm, really soft, hydrated, slightly moisturized. It's a real goodie. And you know, the snail secretion that is in here, it is an ingredient that is great for skin health. It has antioxidants. It promotes wound healing. It's a very protective ingredient. It may also help to contribute to collagen stimulation in the well-aging journey. So overall, it's great if your skin needs that perk up. It's great if your skin needs that hydration. It's just an overall goodie. Cosrx Advanced Snail 92 All-in-One Cream. Yeah, I had to talk about this one too. This is a real goodie because it is a product that I personally feel can multitask quite a bit. And it's really handy to have around. Now, it does have a good amount of that snail secretions, but it is blended into this almost like emulsion gel cream type of texture. So it is originally intended to be like a moisturizer, but as I mentioned, it can be very multitasking, and it does have that similar property of really hydrating, plumping, and making the skin feel very firm. So yes, you can use this as a kind of like a lightweight, medium gel textured moisturizer. Great, I think, for oily skin, and some combination skin folks will like this as their final layer. You could absolutely use this to soothe irritation and burns on the skin. I'm thinking like if you get razor burn, if you're shaving a beard or something, right, your skin gets a little bit red and inflamed, just put this right on there, right? You could even put it on as a soothing mask for like 5 minutes and then wash off the residue. And then sometimes I even just use it as a very economical under eye cream, because a lot of those ingredients that you want in there, Snail actually contains a lot of natural peptides, as I mentioned, antioxidants, wound healing, some collagen stimulation, and it's very firming and plumping, right? And so that's exactly what we want under this eye area. It's a huge jar, very economical and affordable if you just wanted to put it around the eye area. E.L.F. Whoa Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. Now this is kind of a newer favorite of mine. I've been rocking this all summer long, and this is kind of a 2-in-1 type of product. It is a sunscreen that offers SPF 30 protection, but it also doubles as either a makeup primer or just like a nice illuminating base makeup product. But what's really nice about this is there's actually little light reflecting particles in here, and those are so gorgeous. Under makeup for sure there is a smoothing effect, but actually bare skin is so gorgeous. The light reflecting particles, by the way, light reflecting, not glitter. This is not chunky, glittery, shimmery even, but it just adds that whoa glow to your skin. It bounces light off of your skin, so your skin immediately looks smoother. It helps just very gently to like blur like the imperfections. You know what I mean? I did explain it like almost like in real life, kind of like a mild filtering effect to your skin. It's very, very pretty. Peach Slices Blemish Busting Snail Toner. Now, Peach Slices is kind of like the sister brand to Peach and Lily. This is another snail secretion product, but this is actually a much lighter expression. We don't have as much of that gel-like consistency. This is more fluidy, more runny, watery, with just a little bounce, just a little bit of that jelly kind of feel to it, and it absorbs in the skin so well. And again, plumping, hydration deep within your skin. It feels so refreshing. It makes your skin feel so good. There's no exfoliation in here. It's a very gentle toner. You could use it every single day. If you don't have acne prone skin, you will still enjoy this because it is very hydrating. It does exactly what a toner does, which is replenish, right, and balance out the skin. Hanskin Hyaluron Skin Essence. Now this is another K-beauty brand, and like I said, Ulta, especially in comparison to some of its competitors like Sephora, I think they do K-beauty, the genre of K-beauty, a lot better. We've got some sodium hyaluronic in here in this really nice, this watery texture that has some body to it. And that body is the key to the plumping factor of this. This feels so good, but it's not sticky. It's not thick. Sometimes when toners or watery skincare has that body to it, that little bit of that curve and that edge doesn't just like run down like complete water, I do find sometimes those textures can be sort of heavy, kind of moisturizing, almost even a little like rich on the skin, to where your skin feels like sticky or tacky, or it just feels kind of overwhelmed. This is so breathable. It's so light. It's so hydrating. Let's talk Good Molecules Caffeine Hydrogel Eye Patches. Now, Good Molecules is just a great brand in general to look at if you are searching for skincare at Ulta. I think they're incredibly affordable. They're definitely like ingredient and formulation driven, which I really respect. I did want to focus in on the hydrogel eye patches simply because this is a product that really made me fall in love with the brand Good Molecules, but trust, they have so many other goodies to discover. I love these eye patches too because they are fragrance free, and that it was so important to me when I was first starting that fragrance free journey. Well, I mean, we're talking about 4 years ago now at least, right? And it was so difficult when I was trying to eliminate fragrances and essential oils from my skincare to really kind of narrow down what was bugging my skin and my sensitivities, right? And I found that so many eye patch products actually had fragrance in them, and this one didn't, blessedly. Not only that, but I think it's a good eye patch. Again, hydrating, plumping the eye area. Caffeine is super good if you do get kind of puffiness under the eye, which I do when allergy season is at its worst, which it feels like is all the time these days. Allergies have been so bad over the last couple of years, but the caffeine can really help take down that puffiness. Peach and Lily Pro Firming Copper Peptide Serum. I really like this because it's an elegant take on copper peptide. So I think it's a really great product with copper peptide. There's actually a whole other host of, I can't remember how many it is now. I think it's over 8, if not more, peptides in here that are all about the well-aging journey. All the peptides in here really do focus on firming, fine lines and wrinkles, collagen stimulation, skin rejuvenation, texture, tone, really just anything that is going to make your skin go like, oh yeah, this looks so much better. It looks more refreshed and rejuvenated. Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum. Now I really like this one because it's so gentle, because they're not using that pure form of vitamin C, ascorbic acid. This is a derivative derivative or a stabilized form of vitamin C. It's not going to oxidize. You don't have to keep it in the fridge. You can look at it sideways. You know what I mean? It's not going to turn on you. And it actually is a really nice brightening serum. Personally, I think it brightens the skin really nicely. Not only if you have dull and an uneven complexion, but I think it can be a helper product for brightening hyperpigmentation too. I think just overall it will rejuvenate that complexion for you. And then of course we've got some antioxidant protection in here as well. As far as the derivatives stimulating collagen, some show that they can, some, you know, it's like maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. They may not be the most reliable collagen stimulators for, you know, fine lines and wrinkles, but I definitely think that the derivatives and the stabilized versions of vitamin C can be sidekicks. They can be supportive ingredients in your skincare routine to your other collagen stimulating ingredients. But for sure where this one particularly shines is for brightening. First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Cleanser. Now I do have a lot of favorites from First Aid Beauty. I definitely deep dived into their product line again, like closer to 4 years ago. So things have probably changed a little bit. I do really enjoy their body products especially, but when it was coming to like what First Aid Beauty product did I want to focus on, I just really had to go back to the one that I use the most and the most consistently, and that really is the cleanser, quite honestly. And there isn't anything particularly amazing or unique about the cleanser. I mean, look, cleansers are boring just as a general category of skincare, right? There's not much to say about cleansers, but they are actually one of the most foundational and important steps in your skincare routine. If your cleanser isn't right, it can cause so many problems for you, right? And I do feel like First Aid Beauty gets it right. They have a gentle, fragrance-free formula. I do find this to be very effective for cleaning the skin. If you're not into double cleansing, I do feel like this is something that could actually remove makeup and like waterproof sunscreen pretty easily. You just have to like be mindful and take your time, which would be true of any cleanser. If you're just using one in that situation, you have to take your time. I do think that this would effectively cleanse the skin in those situations, but I do find it to be gentle as well. And I do find that the bottle itself lasts a really long time. So First Aid Beauty in general, I think is a brand that you should explore if you're looking for, you know, brands. Maybe you want to venture over to the other side at Ulta, right? Away from maybe some of the more drugstore stuff. You want to go over to the prestige side, if you will. First Aid Beauty is definitely one of those brands that I would say take a look and see what they have to offer, because I think that they do a lot of products really well. Thayers Hydrating Milky Toner. Now this is the snow mushroom toner, and I realize I have quite a few like toners and essences on this list. But let's talk about this one because it actually has a little bit of a different texture. It is a little bit more milky. It's a lot more gel-like than the other toners that we've talked about, and I think that it has a really good amount of plumping and just a kiss of moisture. It is not a milk toner. I know they call it milky. This is definitely more of like a jelly, full-bodied, hydrating, plumping toner, which is that little kiss of moisture at the end. And so it would be more like I would even say like it's probably closer to like a 80-20 split, 80% hydration that you're feeling and just a 20% amount of very light, balancing, non-greasy, not rich, not oil-based moisture. And I love this giant bottle. It's so big. I just think it's a really good economical choice, especially if you have more like a combination skin type. You need both, right? You need the hydration and you need that little bit of balance. You need that moisture just to kind of keep all of the areas of your face happy. I think that this is a product that is particularly good for that situation. Peach and Lily Retinal for All Serum. Ooh, I have been really crushing on Peach and Lily throughout this whole video. I'm not ready to share on this quite yet, but I actually stopped using tretinoin about 2 months ago now, I think it's been. And so I actually started using over-the-counter retinal products, and this is the one that I've landed on right now that I'm really, really liking. So it is using actually not retinol, but retinal. And what I mean when I say retinal, I'm trying to hit that last A because it's retinaldehyde, which is a little bit more potent than your average retinol, spelled with an O. But I really like the formula here. It's a little overwhelming at first because you see all of these extracts and ingredients. You're like, oh no. But I really like how they formulated this with ceramides, with cholesterol, with the ectoin. Ooh, another one, right? With the ectoin in here, they really do have their eye on your skin barrier. It is a pretty traditional kind of like a cream retinoid type of product, but you can just slot it right into your serum step. And I find it to be potent. Like I said, I'm a tretinoin user. My skin is definitely retinized, right? I'm very used to retinoids, very much so. I could definitely feel this working. You know what I mean? Like on my skin. You know, when you feel your retinol just a little bit, you just feel it. I could definitely feel it, but I did not feel the irritation. I did not feel the dryness and the side effects the next day. And it definitely has been helping not only to keep my skin clear, which is the first thing I want to see with retinoids, just because I am congestion prone. But I do think that it helps just to kind of keep, you know what I mean? My skin's at a good spot. Like I can't complain, but I feel like I'm keeping it at that level for using this product. So I think it's really gentle. It's a really great formula. Hero Cosmetics Rescue Balm Plus Red Correct. Now I love this stuff. This actually, there's two versions of this from Hero. They have the Rescue Balm and then they have Plus Red Correct. They are a post-blemish cream. They are basically meant to help heal and mend up your skin after a pimple has occurred, and it works. It absolutely works. I do get pimples that pop. I rub a little bit of this on it and it's like that skin, that peely broken skin just starts to smooth over and heal up a lot faster if I wasn't using the product. They are relying on some skin healing peptides to help make all of that happen. Now, what I really like about the Red Correct is that it has some green tint to it. And you know, color theory, right? Green cancels out the red on the skin. So when you have something which is a little bit of a green tint and you have redness on your skin, you don't see green tint, but you actually neutralize some of that redness on your skin so it doesn't look as red and angry and as obvious. So I particularly like this one for pimples that haven't figured out what they want to do yet and you want to cover some of that inflammation and redness. But honestly, sometimes I just use this as like a very subtle makeup product. Sometimes I'll just put it, I always have natural redness around my nose. I'll put a little bit there and all of a sudden my complexion looks a lot more even. If I get like a cluster of pimples, I'll put it on there because it is for promoting healing, but also to cover up the redness and the inflammation and just improve my complexion and make me feel good. Beekman 1802 Milkshake Hyaluronic Acid and Squalane Facial Toner Mist. This is so fun. I love a good biphase product. That's when there's like two layers to something, usually like a moisturizing, kind of like an oil-based layer, and then like a hydrating or sometimes a creamy type of portion, right? And so that's what this is. This is a kind of like moisturizing oil-based layer and then a really hydrating hyaluronic acid kind of like toner layer. And so it's super fun to shake this up. And it's also unique in the fact that it's a mist toner too. I did say I did not realize there were so many toners on this list. I should have just named it like my top 10 toners at Ulta. This does deliver a very fine mist. And so I am not one for misting on top of through the middle of the day, like on top of my skincare or on top of my makeup. I don't do it a ton. This could absolutely work for that though. Cause I do find sometimes those spray toners, they just spit it at you and you're like, okay, now I just have like water droplets on my face. That's not the mist experience I was looking for. This is a really beautiful, fine mist. Just the way that this disperses is really beautiful. But you can also use this as a really light toner layer in your skincare routine. Or if you're somebody who maybe when you layer products in your routine, things just get a little sticky and a little weird on top, put a little layer of like a spray like this on in the middle. So kind of sandwich it, if you will. So maybe you put on your essence and then that kind of like absorbs 50%, then spray this and then put on your serum on top of that. This absorbs in the skin super duper quickly. And even though there's an oil layer, I don't find it oily. It's really interesting. Everything is balanced out really nicely. So you do feel the hydration and there's just a little moisture, just a little bit of that just, again, balance is a word I've been saying a lot today. That's obviously something I really appreciate in skincare. It brings that balance. Even though it's oil, it's not greasy. It doesn't make you look really shiny or anything like that. I think it could work as a really nice makeup setting spray, especially if your makeup feels a little like dry and flaky in the middle of the day, because there is just a little bit of that moisture. This could be a good choice for that. And the last product is also from Beekman 1802. I did want to focus in on this brand. I just want to do like a quick little sidebar because I haven't actually had the chance to talk about this on my channel. I do really like what they're doing with their skincare products, and I like that that they have a much bigger audience now. It's more accessible because they're at Ulta. I've been a fan of the Beekman brand before they were even making skincare. I met the founders of Beekman 1802. Believe this or not, here's the picture to prove it. In 2011, I went to a book signing. This was, like I said, before they started their skincare line. So I just wanted to like share that picture basically with you and just be like, yeah, I'm really excited for them to have this skincare line. But I've actually tried some of their products over the last couple of years and I have enjoyed them. Not everything, I'll be honest, but I do really like the Milkshake Toner. And my last pick, my 15th pick, is the Beekman 1802 Willow Bark Exfoliating Serum. So I find this product and ingredient list very interesting because this brand is not a K-beauty brand. Willow Bark is definitely an ingredient that I see focused in on a lot in K-beauty because, you know, they have a much more gentle approach to exfoliation and acne and things like that. And willow bark is an ingredient that has been very beneficial to my journey with sensitive skin that is, you know, acne and breakout prone, right? Willow bark is related to salicylic acid. It is a natural salicylate and it does have some of those similar properties to salicylic acid or BHA, right? It definitely can help with oil. It can help with reducing inflammation. It can just generally help with breakouts, but it is so much more gentle than salicylic acid. It's not like hardcore exfoliating inside of your pore lining. There is a touch, a kiss, if you will, of lactic acid in here, all the way at the bottom of the ingredients list. So we do have a little gentle exfoliation in here. Willow bark on its own, probably not very meaningfully exfoliating, but lactic acid is a nice gentle AHA exfoliant. And so that's really what I'm getting from this serum when I use it. I get just that little extra, encouragement of the dead skin cells to not collect on my skin, get trapped inside my pores and cause a breakout, right? From the lactic acid. But then the willow bark really helps to soothe any active or inflamed clogged pores or pimples or whatever is happening, right? Really help to soothe that and to encourage healing in this really nice, gentle, lightweight, hydrating gel texture. So I hope you enjoyed walking down the aisles of Ulta with me. I feel like we did walk around the store a little bit, right? I hope you enjoyed, and I am curious, like I mentioned at the top of the video, I didn't talk about Cetaphil, CeraVe, La Roche-Posay, like some of my favorite drugstore and French pharmacy brands because I usually buy them like at places like Target. So I'm curious, do you want to see a top 15 at Target? Because I definitely have skincare picks at Target. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the video. If you're like, yeah, I don't really buy there. Just let me know. And if there's enough interest, I will absolutely do the video. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you haven't hit subscribe, but you did enjoy my style, you watched to the end of the video, it's pretty rare on YouTube, please hit subscribe, come join our community, and turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop. I love you so much. Thank you again for being here with me today, and I will talk to you soon. Hope you're healthy, happy, and safe.